South Africa is in turmoil tonight following a shocking revelation from a senior ANC official, whose confession has reportedly exposed several high-ranking figures in a massive corruption network. The disclosure has sent shockwaves throughout the ruling party, threatening to unravel years of carefully concealed financial crimes and political dealings. Before diving deeper into this explosive story, viewers are reminded to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications to stay updated on the latest political developments. What you're about to hear could permanently alter the nation's political landscape. The chain of events began earlier this week when an ANC provincial treasurer, whose identity has since been uncovered by investigative journalists, was quietly detained by the Hawks in an early morning raid. Authorities confirmed that the official was taken in for questioning regarding serious financial irregularities linked to public contracts worth hundreds of millions of rand. However, what followed was something no one anticipated. Within just 24 hours of detention, the official reportedly broke under interrogation, delivering what one insider described as a confession that blows open a decade of corruption. According to leaked transcripts from within the investigation, the detained treasurer named multiple senior ANC politicians, including sitting members of parliament, cabinet ministers, and individuals connected to the president's own economic advisory team. The confession paints a grim picture of a deeply rooted web of corruption involving kickbacks from construction projects, energy tenders, and international business contracts. One investigator expressed astonishment, stating, "We were stunned. This wasn't just a random case of fraud. It's an entire network of influence, money, and betrayal." Reports indicate that the official handed over critical evidence, including banking records, transaction logs, and encrypted communications linking some of South Africa's most powerful figures to secret offshore financial transfers. As word of the confession spread through the upper ranks of the ANC, panic reportedly gripped the party. Emergency meetings were hastily convened in Pretoria as senior members scrambled to evaluate the potential political fallout. Communication channels went silent, and several key figures are believed to have gone off the grid, avoiding the public eye and switching off their phones. A party insider described the mood succinctly: "There's fear everywhere. Everyone is wondering whose name was mentioned and how deep investigators will go." Meanwhile, opposition parties wasted no time demanding transparency. Both the Democratic Alliance and the Economic Freedom Fighters, EFF, have called for the immediate release of the confession details, insisting that the South African public has a right to know who has been implicated. The Hawks and the National Prosecuting Authority, NPA, have confirmed that new arrest warrants are being prepared as part of the widening corruption probe. Although officials have refrained from naming suspects, they acknowledge that the confession has provided substantial new evidence, prompting fresh investigations. An insider within the NPA suggested that this revelation could become the domino that brings down an entire generation of political elites. Analysts believe this development could lead to a sweeping political purge, particularly if evidence directly links senior officials to illicit financial operations. Across the nation, social media has erupted under trending hashtags such as #ANCConfession, #CorruptionWeb, and #WhoWasNamed. Public outrage is mounting rapidly. Many South Africans view the confession as validation of long-held suspicions that corruption has infiltrated the government's core. "This is what we've been saying for years," one citizen tweeted. "They steal, they hide, and they think they'll never get caught." Civil society organizations are now demanding a full public inquiry and urging prosecutors not to succumb to political influence. Even long-time ANC loyalists have voiced deep disappointment, accusing the party of losing its moral compass. Perhaps the most striking aspect of this scandal is the silence from President Cyril Ramaphosa. While the presidency has issued a brief statement calling for due process, the president himself has not commented personally. This silence has only intensified speculation. Opposition leaders argue that Ramaphosa's reluctance to address the issue publicly could indicate concern that someone within his close circle may be implicated. As one political analyst bluntly stated, the president's silence is louder than any speech he could give right now. As divisions within the ANC deepen, insiders warn that the confession may trigger a leadership crisis, prompting calls for early resignations and even pressure for President Ramaphosa to step aside before the next general election. With multiple law enforcement sources confirming the authenticity of the confession, the next 72 hours are considered critical. If arrests begin, South Africa could witness one of the largest anti-corruption crackdowns in its history, or, as some fear, it could spark severe political instability within the ruling party. An investigative journalist summed up the situation succinctly: "This isn't just another scandal. It's the spark that could ignite the fire of accountability, or chaos." The question now looming over the nation is simple yet profound: will South Africans finally see justice after years of systemic corruption, or will the establishment once again close ranks to shield the powerful? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, as this story is unfolding rapidly, and with every new revelation, the country moves one step closer to uncovering the full truth. Stay tuned. This is far from over.